Hey everybody, how is it going? I was going to go live on my other channel, but oh man, I just was sent something or I just heard something. I turned on Ryan. I should not have done it, but I turned on Ryan's live just for a second to hear what bullshit he was trying to say. So that's obviously what I'm pissed off about. Of course, as soon as I start to hear him talk, like immediately it's about Fred and immediately it's completely false information. It's about Fred. Oh shit. Oops, sorry. I'll wait a second to get into this too much. It'd probably be best I cool down a little bit anyways. I just look at the time, guys, or at how long I've been live at 1 minute, 11 seconds with 11 people in the room. So I just got out of the shower, was putting my lotion on, and I saw it, so let's click on it real quick, and just see what he's talking about, I never listened to him, but I just had a feeling he was going to do some dumbass shit tonight. So immediately, that's my lotion, my cocoa butter. Oh, it's too strong. I have a sweet smell, but I don't have any other lotion right now. He was, of course, talking about Fred as soon as I turned it on, and like how basically from what I understood is he was basically trying to insinuate that Fred had or maybe he did straight up say it. I don't know. I wasn't paying that good of attention, but basically it was like Fred has the worst record of anybody on Ben Hill Road or some shit like that. And I don't know, just which is the biggest lie and not true at all. Okay. Fred's first charge he ever got was at 35 years old. He's never actually been to an actual prison like Andy Bernard. The charge that he had in Virginia was, I'm not even going to get into it because it involves his family. And I've already talked about that. And the children were not in the same building. They were on at the building next door. Okay. And the CPS thing is the result. It started with that. And then when they came back to the house to do a visit, Laura was really messed up, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into it again. Okay. That incident. And then we have this dealing incident. What? And okay. And the theft at, the boots of Walmart. Okay. What else is he talking about? I mean, we have freaking people back there off of Ben Hill Road with pornographic images. Also, do you know that Jody, Sue, and Andy were part of the biggest bust? Were snitches for part of the biggest bust in Hawkins County history. I think it was 2013 or something like that. To get themselves out of some bullshit. Oh yeah, just really just great people. it's just crazy. And then he goes on to talk about, from what I understood, he goes on to talk about how it's not right that people automatically think the parents, or something about the parents or some shit, or a family member is involved and blah, blah, blah. Just stupid bullshit. Like, dude didn't know anything about the case a year ago. Nothing. Seriously. I basically gave him a crash course in Summer Wells and the 2 weeks the couple weeks we first talked. I explained everything to him. I shared all my freaking some things that you guys haven't even heard. Because I really had faith that he was going to do the right thing. And he just got paranoid and weird. I don't know exactly. It's as soon as he supposedly first started talking to Andy, he just got extra weird. I'm not worried about anything involving Summer's case, period. I know where my heart is. I know. And sorry, guys, I'm just like so irritated with this dude. And right, exactly. Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying he piggybacked off me. Yes, he did. I was trying to help him, truly, and that's okay. Like, he can have his feelings about, or be suspicious of Fred and stuff like that. That is okay. That's not my issue with him. My issue is he's intentionally trying to paint Fred in a bad light. It's so fucking obvious, guys. And and he's doing it because that's my lotion, I promise. And he's doing it because he thinks we're being like unfair to Andy Bernard. Like, he's doing it because he thinks we should get a taste of our own medicine or something. That's how I look at it. And that's not what this is supposed to be about. We speak on AB, we'll just say that, not the creator either. We're talking about the Summer Wells case because we truly believe, in what we're saying. Okay? It's all alleged, but I'm sorry. It's like he doesn't understand. When you put your heart and soul into this case for over 3.5 years now, he just came around like a year ago. I fucking talked to everybody in this case. Fred had lived it. He's been called out by Don Wells since the beginning. I was the one who talked to Fred Hill. I've been the first time. And been back there and back there and back there and over again. Talked to tree trimmers, Don, Candace, Grandis, locals galore, Haskell Rhines, Jamie Cox. I'm not going to call out people's names, but I have a lot more even to show you guys. I've put my freaking heart and soul into this for 3.5 years, okay? I'm not just talking out of my ass or just accusing somebody. He acts like we're just accusing somebody on a hunch, or just like, it was like, no, dude, that's not it. The evidence points to him. Promise. People will see who I am and what I'm about in Summer's case. Exactly. Thank you, Melissa. I know that over time people will see. Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't start my channel till September of 2021, but I have followed the case and been in the chats the whole time. I just went by Adrian A. I went by my first name and A. And I was even on the panel one time over at AB's before I even ever had a channel. I actually believe Tiffany Marie was up there too. It was way before they even had a thing going, I believe. Or before she became like permanent freaking staple on a show and then it sucked. I think maybe that was like the beginning of it. But now it's, back to normal. He's just, I'm not saying it was because, I'm not trying to freaking dog Tiffany Marie. I'm just saying, you get used to a certain way. And some people are just better on a channel alone. You know what I mean? Hey, September Moon. I remember I was using a different name back then too. Let me see if I missed anything. Ryan tells lies. I just wish people would repeat things correctly and tell it really how it is. If you want to say that he has the worst record ever, when his first charge was when he would really first time ever really being in trouble besides traffic offenses was when he was 35 years old and was with the incident in Virginia, which was part of that CPS thing. You're acting like that's a whole separate thing. And then the dealing charge. And around the exact same time of that was that whole Walmart boots theft. They're not good charges, but there is freaking pedophiles back there. God. He's just ridiculous, dude. I don't know. That's what I hear how he was, because I was listening to it, but I was so upset that I was are you fucking serious, dude? So I wasn't really paying attention too much. But that seems to be, to me, what I felt like he was saying. I wish Ryan would explain why he's after Fred. What evidence has Andy or whoever given him that implicates Fred? Anyway, he has none, in my opinion. Yeah, he tries to act like, he has some kind of private evidence that he can't freaking put out there. Give me a break. You are a fucking liar. Dude, he's a liar. He is a liar. Ryan tells lies. Oh my God. And then his wife, why isn't his wife, I'm sitting next to him and co-signing everything this freaking idiot says. I'm sorry. Why doesn't she tell him to just shut up? Go do something else. You're not very good at this. Seriously. He's one of those guys that he tries every fucking niche he can to try to become famous or something. He's done every fucking thing, all these different types of channels and go all these different categories of shit, websites, all this bullshit. And it's he's trying to become rich and famous. Then, I gotta add too that he was real concerned about how many likes he was getting. He was only 162 likes? Come on now. Come on, we gotta do better than that. Come on, guys. Come on, let's get some likes. Come on, guys. We gotta get those likes up. Come on. Dude is such a fake. How does people not see through that? so concerned about the likes and views. Like, it's so obvious. I will not give up on Summer's case, period, until they are arrest made. So I'm not going anywhere until Summer gets her justice. I know they'll constantly stir the pot. Well, Slurly Sue claims AB is attracted to young girls. Never heard anyone say that about Fred, so there's that. Yeah, until Jody Sue now all of a sudden wants to start implying weird shit. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, when Jody Sue, like, for some reason just gets mad at Fred for some odd reason. When, you know, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why Jody Sue wouldn't be working with Fred and I. It does not make any sense at all when I broke it down, because I'm like I said last night, if it was attention, she could still get attention, even more attention, and even more money, even more likes and more views if she was working, if she was actually telling the freaking truth, you know? But for some reason, like, for some reason, she doesn't want the truth out there. Okay? Who's an alcoholic? Oh, Ryan, he does drink a lot. I do feel like that he is, but that's just my opinion. I don't know that. That's up to him to decide if he has a problem. That's what they say in NA and AA. And I'm not talking shit if he is, because I've had addiction issues in my past, but I mean, it would explain why he just talks out his ass sometimes and just doesn't care to. I mean, I don't know how he thinks he's going to come back from this when everything, the truth comes out. Like, you guys don't understand how confident we are in this. So I know, I just know, it's just a matter of time. Just a freaking matter of time just like we were watching today earlier in my last live, just a matter of time when the truth comes out. When is that going to be, though? It's so irritating. Can't law enforcement put out anything? Can't they, like, anything? It's really ice cold. There's really nothing. Because I think some things look pretty fucking obvious to me. So somebody's not doing their job. Because if I had their resources, yeah, I would have. I feel like it, and I feel like if anybody has spent the amount of time I had, like a, let's see, FBI person or whatever, or one of us other creators here on the Summer Wells case, like, Lip Block or Justin or somebody like that, like, if they had actually spent as much time as we have on Summer Wells with their resources, they would have had this case figured out. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I guess, like, there's legalities and stuff. I do understand that. People have their rights. I do understand that as well. But there's telling you guys, Fred is a wealth of information when it comes to this case in Beach Creek area. When it's, you know how everybody has their gifts in certain areas and stuff like that. Like, for me, I guess if people want to call empathetic a gift, I find it a curse, but I'm empathetic, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to talk. I'm good. I guess I'm good at. I'm good at tarot. I don't know. Everybody has their gifts and what they're good at, right? Like for Fred, it is like he is very, very deep, like attention to detail, like, and his memory is super like sharp. And one of the things that people keep bringing up is this stupid trip to the junkyard, because Laura put out there in a message, I guess, to a prayer garden or something, that they did make it to the scrapyard. And she said this in June, okay? Now, consider the timing, because, right, that would have been towards, just a couple months after she was figuring out that me and Fred were together and stuff like that. I don't know if she did on purpose or what, but I never have. I talked to Laura a little bit about the Summer Wells case, and what I've put it out there. But the main person I always talked to was Fred. It was not Laura that was out and about all the time. It was not Laura, like, she just doesn't have that attention. She just does not. That's just not her gift. You know what I mean? She does not have the memory and the observation skills like Fred does. And how I know that is because I have seen this over a long period of time, over and over again, over the years. And I have seen it and witnessed it over and over again, how on point his memory is. And when he tells these stories and everything about this case, it all makes sense. So it's just like, I don't know why she would say that they made it there, unless, I don't know. I have no idea why she said that, but Fred still stands by they did not make it to the scrapyard that day. He actually, guys, me and Fred were talking about it again, like the other day or today, about the whole Andy on the road thing. Actually, not only did he have to unlock the trailer once, he had to unlock it twice. Because the first time he had to move his trailer twice to let Andy by. 2 times. So this is how he remembers that well. Plus, he's talked to law enforcement about it. They have Andy on camera on the 15th on the road. Allegedly. Oh my God. So, anyways, he had to unlock the vehicle or the trailer because it was in the way. Actually, the blue truck had already gone in there. It never came back out. So Fred went ahead and started to hook the trailer. But then here comes Andy, okay? And then Fred had to unhook the trailer and like move everything out of the way for Andy to get by. Fred waits like 5 minutes for Andy to come back out, okay? Andy never comes back out because, see, this is over down by 165. Or wait, yeah, 165. Yep, okay. And I want to make sure I'm not freaking saying something wrong. Fred, please correct me if I'm saying something wrong, because, like they'll say it as your word. And anyways, Andy, he waited 5 minutes. Andy did not come back out. Either did this blue truck yet. And then, so Fred starts to hook up the trailer again. And then right then, guess what? There's Andy. And so, once again, he has to unhook the trailer all the fuck over again and move everything out of the way for Andy. There goes Andy. And then there goes the blue truck. And at that point, Fred says he looks at Laura and says, well, fuck it. Like, now we can't even get there. By the time he hooked everything up, he said it was like he wouldn't have had time. Like, because he said it would have taken another 30 minutes to fix everything up or something. He was still like, when he hooked up the trailer, he still had to load something. So he wasn't quite done. And like Andy, so yeah, he thought that when Andy didn't come out, he like waited. Andy never came out. Either did that truck. Never lied to Ryan if he would search where I was sending him, and Ryan was never in danger, period. Yes, exactly. And Donna said too, like, told us, like, I don't understand he won't search where I send him either. Like, she said, well, she didn't say it like that, but she told us that she didn't understand. She said in a nice way, okay? She said that she didn't understand why Ryan didn't go to the places that she wanted him to. Like in the place that he went or something, like, he didn't go exactly where she was wanting him to. So yeah. And it's basically the same with Fred. Like when he went to Laurel Run or whatever he went to, like, he didn't even hardly go back at all. Jesus, like, I think he just wants content. I don't think he wants to actually do like the searching work, like the hard work. He just wants the cool toys, the cool gadgets, and all that stuff, and be able to afford it and pay his bills, and get to travel everywhere while he's pretending to look for missing children. Hey, Jen. Yeah, he'll drive all the way to Florida. Guys, Summer Wells might be in Florida. Never has Florida ever came up in this freaking case, except Don Wells being born there. But here goes Ryan, the hero, all the way down to fucking Florida, like acting like there's a fucking Summer Wells sighting there. But he's had so many other people try to get him to go other places, like with legit tips, and he won't fucking go. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, he wants a search dog now? Oh yeah, those are just several $1,000s. Oh, that's just a hop, skip, and a jump. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't see it. I don't see how it happens, but it's like when it's in, it's like that whole saying, like, in plain sight is the easiest or the best way to hide something. This is the exact same concept here that we're seeing. He's doing this shit so openly and so blatantly, like, that people don't see it. They're blind to it. Just because, like, he can pretend to, talk kind of proper and have a wife that seems like, to talk, they have a nice house, they have a nice vehicle, he supposedly has a nice job, he claims he has all these credentials and all this experience, so people are going to take him seriously. He has these degrees, you know what I mean? He's trying to be like an expert, like Chris McDonough or something. He wants to make himself very important, in my opinion. Man supposedly told him there was a bad smell in the area, and then he said he himself smelled something. Did he go check it out right then? No, he walked on. Hey, Sherry McKay. Summer is close to home. Yeah, probably. Like, how close to home are you thinking? Like, when you say close to home, are you talking within a few miles, or do you mean like within an hour or 2 hour? I think that if she really, so I believe if they really dropped off Hunter at 2:30, let's say they would have got home around 3. Okay, if that whole 2:30 thing's true. And then if Summer was like handed off right about then, around about 3:10, 3:15, and if they didn't call 911 till 6:30, then that is 3 hours and 15 minutes later. So that means that night, Summer could have only taken her up to like an hour and a half away or something at the most. Because it would be an hour and a half out and then an hour and a half back. That's, you know what I mean? You understand? You follow what I'm saying? Fred says the blue truck and the white HHR, I feel like, hold the final pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, and I think that they need to be looking into car lots, used car lots. That's my gut. I'm telling you. I just have a freaking bad. That's another one of my hunches. And I don't have a bunch of evidence on that. I'm just seeing there's a lot of vehicles that have been switched out, and like certain people are changing vehicles like underwear and constantly a different car. So yeah, nice vehicles too that they want to be able to afford. Where are they getting from? I don't know. So I just feel like, and there was rumors also that these same people were, like early on in the case, there was questions about if they were tied to Brad Wishon and his used car lot. Were they laundering money through that? You remember that Brad Wishon's father had got into huge trouble with some type of business theft type shit like that. Yay, thank you, Live Thankful, so much for becoming a member. Yay! Fred, did L.E. ever question you about those vehicles? Yes, again, that makes sense. I just hope she's found. Did they ever question him about the HH? Oh, yeah, he told them. Yeah, for sure. They talked about Fred talked about the white HHR and the blue truck to law enforcement. They just don't have the white HHR. It's the only vehicle that's not on camera. And then the blue truck they have, but it's not, they don't have like, they don't have it was so tinted. The windows of the vehicle were so tinted that you can't see who's in the vehicle. And they don't have a good picture of the plates is my understanding. But also, what was the other thing I was just thinking too about the whole vehicle thing? Oh, there's a church that Fred thinks that they really need to check the cameras on the 15th because you know that picture or that video, the milk jug video, okay? Fred recognizes the area that she's at in that video. And Fred knows the direction she was going, and it was on the way home, okay? So if the way she was going, she would have had to go by this church. That is a church that was, Fred, what's the church's name? It's a church that that's the same church that they caught some people who were dragging a dog from the back of their car. They were for animal cruelty. That's how they caught those people, was from the camera at that church. So that's how Fred knows that church has cameras. So he feels like law enforcement needs to check those cameras over at that church on the 15th, because if that milk jug video was really on the 15th, then she would have had to have passed that church. And yeah, right around that time, when was it and it was on the news and everything, these freaking people had dragged, it was horrible. They put it on the news and everything, these people dragging this dog behind them, driving around in circles. It was horrible. Walker's Fork Church. Yes, me and TBI had discussed the vehicle in the area. Yeah, so that's why it's like, I don't think Fred had an opportunity to tell like law enforcement to check that video. So, what do? You don't want to like, I don't think you had a chance to tell him about Walker's Fork Church, did you? Because that was something that you came up recently with, or you thought up recently. Oh, thank you, Candace. Yay. Okay, so somebody just said Venmo as well. It said, oh, thank you, Melissa, with one S. Thank you for the Venmo very much. Melissa with one S. Sorry about that. That was okay. It was just a minute ago. So I don't know. Sometimes Venmo is late with their notifications. So if I don't notice for a while, just give me a few minutes or just mention it in chat, because Venmo is so like glitchy. It's 4 miles from the milk jug video. Would the cameras still have that day's video 30 years? Yeah, that's a good question, Miss Peggy. See, that was just something that Fred had thought of somewhat recently, but you hope that law enforcement's already doing these type of things. You know what I mean? See why I believe that, like, somebody, a local like Fred, or somebody who knows the area super, super well, lived there their whole life, if they could, with something like this, which somebody, and like Fred, who was in the drug scene too, his whole life, his parents dealt drugs. He dealt drugs as a child. He had to switch schools as a child because of, I don't even know if I'm even supposed to tell all this. If he'll let me, I'll tell the story. But he's been selling weed since he was a kid, even to like teachers in that school and stuff. And so he's going to know people around there, you know what I mean? And he's going to know when you're in that type of lifestyle, you're going to know people who are not good people. There are a lot of people who use drugs who are just addicted, and they're good people. You know what I mean? Truly, they're as good as people as you can be as an addict. Okay. There is some good people who are dealing with addiction. And then you have a lot of people who use drugs who are horrible people who, use, and they numb themselves to the point that they don't, where they have no care in the world or how they treat people, So you're going to see a lot. And if somebody like that could, like Fred, who would know of people who, like, these crappy type of people, Yeah. I don't know. But see, that's why people look at Fred like in a bad way. That you guys don't. There's a lot of good people who get stuck in a bad lifestyle who change their lives around. There are people who change. It's a Sullivan County Sheriff's Office surveillance camera, so the data should be still available. Oh, okay. So it's not at. Okay, so it's not at the actual church. It's just located right at the church. Okay, yeah, that. Hopefully. So, yes, thank you for gifting a membership, Candace. Who got it? I need to. What happened to my pull back my chat here. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on and bitch for a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's why I don't watch videos. I don't listen to people like idiots like him, because I get upset like this. And then I go on here and I talk, I pop off and then it just keeps it going. But, I don't even talk shit about him. It doesn't matter. He's not going to stop unless I freaking stop talking about Andy Bernard. Okay. It's like, is this guy in love with him or something? I don't know. I mean, are they family friends? I mean, he works at Eastman just like Andy's dad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the relationship. Stranger things have happened. He's put that shit out himself, too, so I'm not doxing him. And I want to know, like, what information that he feels like Fred's lied about. Because we would gladly clear it up for him. And we'd love to know this, like, freaking groundbreaking evidence he has. He just he's one of those people that wants to feel important. I cannot stand people like that who have, and there's a way too many people like him in this community who have, like, pretty much everybody in this community is like him, like 95%, like, no lie. Where they just don't care what they put out there, as long as it gets some views. And their pride gets in their way too, so they can't ever admit when they're wrong or apologize. He'll apologize if it benefits him, you know what I mean? But I don't think he would apologize. Do you guys think he would apologize? I should do a poll. Let's do a poll. Oh, I have to pull it up on my computer. I forgot about that. Where you can anonymously vote. Will Ryan Fines Triv apologize to Fred if he's wrong and Andy? Let's see, how should I put it? Will Ryan Finds Truth apologize to Fred if he's wrong and Andy is guilty and Fred is innocent? Because I totally, oh my gosh, I would have, if I was wrong about Andy, oh my God, guys, you don't even have to take a poll on me. I would I would feel so horrible. I would probably have to like pay his rent for a year or something. I don't know, or figure out some way to compensate him. But I'm so confident that I'm not going to have to do that. So there's the poll. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine coming our way. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Truthfully, I think there's a lot to this case. Too much around her. Summer's going to be a near impossible case. Oh, I'm not thankful. I'm good. I get upset, and then see, this is my problem. I'm impulsive. That's like one of my, I get upset and I have to react. That's why I do not watch the stuff. But when I do catch it, I just have to come on and vent because I might as well put it out here. People like to eat up the freaking drama, so I guess. And plus, it's just, you guys understand, some of you guys understand my freaking, where I'm coming from. Because many of you guys have been here for a very long time and seeing everything play out. Thankfully, I have Fred too to talk to, and we can bitch together. Oh gosh. But for the most part, we try not to like cloud our day with the negativity, honestly. Just sometimes we hear something randomly or sent to us or whatever, and yeah, but it affects like Fred less than it affects me. Which that's why I always say this, like, thankfully that he is such a strong person, because I can't even imagine being in his situation. Like, even being his wife is like crazy enough. I just can't imagine been through what went through since the beginning of when Summer, went missing. Seriously, like, from what I know, and it's just crazy. I mean, honestly, Fred is one of I feel like I'm so sappy. Oh my God, this is ridiculous, but I feel but seriously, Fred is one of the best people I've ever met. I know he's my husband, but he is truly a good person. And he could never hurt a child. And he would never lie. What would be his freaking, and the only reason why he would have to lie, if somebody has to lie, is if they're guilty. And he's not one that wants attention. You have to hunt him down to get him to talk. It's 11:11. You have to hunt him down to get him to talk. He's not one of those that goes and makes a channel and loves social media. He doesn't even know how to get an Uber for himself. Do you guys understand that? He really doesn't. He is a country boy, like, through and through. People need to understand. I don't know. Unfortunately, this is just one of those cases I've never judged a book by its cover. Because even I was guilty of that. We laugh about that all the time. He's like, you said I was slow. Oh man. Oh man. He's got a good sense of humor, so that's good. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I am. We just start best friends, like truly. And that's like a natural, organic relationship over the years, you know? So that started in a friendship. People, I don't know, in the way that, what's his face? Ryan was talking. It's just like that I just so, I'm just so flippant. I'm just so I accuse Andy just out of nowhere, like I just have no basis. Just, I'm just going off a hunch. Oh yeah, okay. Like I have not lived this the last 3.5 years. Whoever you are that showed up like a fucking year ago and knew nothing, you are behind, sir. Can you please have a little respect for the people that's been here since the beginning and done the footwork that you're piggybacking off of? I mean, I ask that with all due respect. In the humblest way I can. And not just for me, I'm talking about for the other creators too. Like you don't know what you came in here, you knew nothing. You literally knew nothing a year ago. I know this because I was the first one to talk to you. I had to basically give you a freaking lesson in the case for days. And explain everything to you, and I was more than happy to do so. You knew nothing, though. You knew nothing. I mean, it's like you just saw it on the news a couple times or something. You knew of it, but you didn't know, like, the details. Oh, yeah, you'll feel very safe around Fred. Who's up for a hike with Ryan behind Beach Creek? What? Oh, you're gonna go for a hike with Ryan? Yeah, he's scared. He just says you're just scary Fred. You're just like big bad Fred. You have the worst fucking criminal record back there. Just the most horrible person ever. And then people got him mistaken too, like he's a meth cook. And that was one of my other, that's probably one of my mistakes too, like in the beginning. He just never cooked meth. I'll have you know. He says it's too cheap to buy. It didn't make sense. He was getting it too cheap to freaking make it. I mean, you guys got to understand, when you grow up into it, you know what I mean? You 12-hour hike, you need a flashlight. Oh God, don't say that. He'll say you're threatening him. Oh God. What are we going to do? Go look for monkeys? Are we going to do snipe hunting? sound like Haskell Rhines now, trying to get me go snipe hunting. That must be a Beach Creek like thing. I got cinnamon bears tonight, guys. Shut up. Shut up. Ryan is advertising a hike with him at Beach Creek? No, he is not. Guys, go do a meet and greet with Ryan Finds Truth. He's famous. Watch, she's going to say I was bullying him. He's such a crybaby, dude. That's one thing I agree with Jody Sue on. Was the stuff that she says about Ryan is so true. Seriously. Oh, who's going to go? How much is he charging to go meet up and hike with him? Does it cost some kind of entry fee, like for his new underwater metal detector thing? Or his like search dog now that it's probably going to cost thousands of dollars? Why can't he do a live without talking about Fred? Like, I come on here and I just come on and talk. Like, yeah, Indy does come up a lot, I admit, but he's not my focus like 24/7. Is Ryan gonna take his gun with him in case one of those meth heads out there is hiding in the woods and gonna get him? Nothing to fear. Ryan finds truth this year. Oh my God. Is he going to have an action figure next? Yeah, we didn't know it was her birthday. Oh, maybe she takes her birthdays like, well, happy birthday, Whistle. I hope she doesn't feel bad because people didn't know it was her birthday. I don't pay attention really to people's birthdays because I think it's because I just have never been one of those. It's been, of course, my daughter, I do, kind of. Really, when she was little, yes. And she gets gifts, of course, like, you think she would let me get out of giving her a birthday gift? But I don't know. If I want to get somebody something or recognize them or get them something nice, I want to do it because I want to, not because I have to, because it's a birthday. He has a boat now? Yeah, I think they've had a lot of financial issues, but not my business. Not like I'm like have the best like financial decisions ever. She was, but she was saying that I didn't understand. I tried to ask her. I was like, why? What's wrong? You know? But she didn't say anything. I figured she didn't seem like she really wanted to talk about it. I hope Ryan does go on. And after dark, he probably will hear the monkeys. I hope he takes him some clean jeans. Sorry, I hope I'm not being too loud eating my cinnamon bears. Why do you guys probably think I eat all the time? That is crazy. I'm always eating while I'm live. That's not like, I'm not usually always eating. Well, you know what it is? It's because I don't eat until late in the day. And that's when I go live. I don't like to eat like in the middle of the day because it makes me tired. Why did Fred go visit you without permission? We know he said, you now probation knows. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Misty Freeman. We know. He said, you know. Misty, get a freaking life. Get a fucking idiot. Oh, he knows. I know. Blah, blah. What the? These people are so fucking ridiculous. I don't know who that is. It's this person that freaking stalks like constantly. Probably his sister. Well, she keeps making these fucking stupid accounts. My guess it was his sister. Hey, Michelle D. I know. Why? He does. He has to contact her every fucking day. If anybody isn't visiting anybody, it's me visiting him. So nice try, Misty Freeman. Why don't you use your fucking real name? Karen. Stop stalking me. I told you I'm seriously gonna call the police on this bitch. I swear to God, dude. I'm tired of her fucking stalking me. And Fred. Why is she like this? And we know it's her. We know it's fucking her. He said, she said, me said, we said, probation said. What the heck? You said, I said, he said, what the fuck is she talking about? I don't know what her issue is. So I'm trying to think what else I have to really even talk about. I think I've pretty much got my venting out of me. Right, Sherry, but we can't wait till we are able to be together and go live together, you know what I mean? But if and when I go visit him, you think I'm gonna fucking put it on here? Think I'm fucking that dumb? At this point? I mean, we got lunatics like that. The Zigzigziggy. It has to be another account, Luminous. They can make other accounts. They just use different emails. That's the same person that's emailing me. I know it is. And I've already told the person, Karen Elliott L, to stop contacting me, or I'm going to press charges. I am pressing charges. I'm going to move forward with harassment charges. This shit is ridiculous. You know how many emails I have printed out that this bitch has sent me? And she didn't even use a VPN, and her IP address is on there. Like, probably, Rhonda. I know, and that's why people just don't want us to be happy, and it's just sad. It's so sad that people are so miserable. Especially his own sister is so miserable enough that she wants to make her brother miserable too. She doesn't want anybody doing better than she's doing. The family, doesn't care for her. She's a crazy lunatic. And that's all I'm going to say. Trust and believe it's not just Fred. Jeez Louise. 11:20 p.m. If anyone has pictures of me, they're stalking me here in Tennessee. But no, I didn't see that update, Michelle B. I read your comment, though. Sorry, I got... But Asha, I'll have to check that out here once I get off here. I was just relaxing, taking a shower, bumping my music, listening to my rap music. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and just vibing out. And then I had to ruin it by hearing real quick what Ryan was talking about. The second I turn on there, of course, he's fucking lying. Either that or just has complete misinformation. never even heard of this Asha case, though. Josie, was that you in the white Jeep, you stalker? Is that one of the vehicles that she got from the car lot? What vehicle are you driving now, Josie? Which vehicle are you driving now to hide yourself so nobody knows what you're driving and you're just switching vehicles like fucking underwear? You weirdo. What are you hiding? Same thing with your little buddy. Brittany Woods. That sounds familiar. Didn't I do one on her? Which one's she about? Wasn't that Brittany Woods? The white Lexus? Yeah, it was like a white Lexus, or like, then there was like a, what? Gray. She's trying to, she has all these vehicles. Yeah, it's like all these decoy shit, is what I'm hearing. Like, she's so paranoid or something weird's going on. Guys, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And once people find out these people are profiting on top of being involved or having knowledge of Summer's disappearance, like I said earlier, like how sickening, absolutely freaking disgusting. Like, how horrible of a person do you have to be to have knowledge or be involved in a little girl's disappearance and then using her disappearance as a way to make money on YouTube while putting out misinformation to help confuse everything? But so it's like a win-win for you, for the people involved doing these, long lives nonstop, putting out lies, allegedly. I started and quit. Okay. I'm telling you, that's why I say I use car lots involved, Diana. There's more. I don't know. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, it's not just her either. It's crazy, all of these vehicles. I don't understand why. All I can think of is she's paranoid, and you know how people who work at used car lots, like, or like at car lots, they'll drive a different car every day, or they'll change out vehicles all the time because they'll take a car off the lot. That's basically what it's like. She's paranoid. Watch, she's gonna be freaking out tonight. I promise you guys. Watch, she'll be freaking out tonight because she's scared. I promise you, because she knows that we're telling the truth. She's gonna be really freaking out tonight because she knows. She's not. Yeah. But see, the thing is, like, I really feel like I think it's more so she has knowledge. I don't think, like, I'm not sure she's really actually involved. I think she's protecting somebody, or she's afraid of somebody she loves, getting in trouble. Andy B, you make it known when you are around jamming in your BM. Yes. Yep. And Andy B is dry, like, seriously. Yes. He bumps his music it drives by where Fred was staying and freaking bumps music constantly. You know, a freaking BMW. Then has a nice ass camper. I don't know where that shit came from either. But not my business, I guess. What, Lori? We gotta rattle them up a little bit because that's the only way we're gonna ever get the truth out of any of these people. Maybe they'll get scared enough that they'll fucking actually go tell the truth. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody will go get scared enough they'll go make a deal with the freaking law enforcement. Why don't you go make a deal with law enforcement and ask for a deal for the person that you're trying to protect, Jody Sue? How about that? If you care about this person so much, how about you do the time for him? What? That she didn't what? Her last live? That she didn't shut. Do you mean shut off her live last night? And now they think something happened to her. It's like, oh my fucking God. What? Oh, she didn't show up for her last live. Oh God. Is she trying? She's probably in here listening. When was her last live supposed to be? She's probably in here listening or listening to Ryan, obviously. Hey, Carrie. I think people will be interested once me and Fred are together, you know what I mean? And I hope, and I want to be able to share that with you guys. I really do. I think that would be really cool. Fred has a lot of knowledge about things that I know nothing about, you know. I did not grow up in the country. I did not I did not grow up the way he did, you know. We are completely our skills are completely opposite. Like what he's good at, I'm not at all. You know what I mean? So I have a lot to learn off him, and probably vice versa. Because, like I said, he's never even been on a plane. There's so much I want to show him that he hasn't even been able to do, or even been in a hot tub. You know what I mean? So much, and there's so much I haven't done that he's experienced because of his life. You know. I'm sure she finally passed out from being up for days. Yeah, right. Oh, good. Well, hopefully, maybe we need people to focus on the right people. So maybe Crystal's finally opening her eyes to the truth. I don't know. Maybe she's starting to see maybe Fred isn't as much of a liar as she thought he was. Maybe she's starting to see that some of the things Fred's saying are actually the things that all the things Fred's saying are true. Oh, is she on Social Security? Oh, yeah. I think you're right, because I think Andy said she was. That is true, Blue Eyes. I don't know how they do it, but I never understood that. But people who are addicted to Xanax, somehow they stay up forever on them. It like has some weird opposite effect. Whenever I did Xanax back in the day, it'd make me pass out. Hey, Valerie. Rhonda, what'd she say to Andy? Yeah, I heard from what I heard. Didn't Andy show up in chat and then Ryan like showed up with him or something? Kind of like how Dawn and Andy showed up at the hauler together at the same time, you know? It's kind of like the same thing. Scooped up with her fingers and taxpayers paying for it. Andy won't ever answer questions. He gets mad. He got mad because she asked if his parents were nudists. I'm sorry. I know. I mean, that's not a big deal. Why does it seem like he doesn't want people to know the truth? Oh, right, Carrie? Back when I was addicted to opiates, the worst withdrawal for me was not being able to sleep. Sorry, I'm being so embarrassed. I hated it. I mean, I would be up for days. And that's why I could never, like, why it's difficult for a lot of people to get off of them. Well, for me, that was the most torturous part, and what made it the most difficult to get off of opiates was the fact that I would be up for days and could not sleep, and it didn't matter. Like, I could try to take something that would knock me out. It would not work. It seemed like like a freight train wouldn't even knock me out. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. The anxiety that you get coming off of opiates is so crazy. And that's what keeps me up and gives me the insomnia is, well, when I dealt with insomnia before I even went through addiction, like where it was always the anxiety, and I didn't understand what anxiety even was, or what I was, or even how to describe what I was experiencing. Like, one of the main things I do is like I use the bathroom constantly when I'm got anxiety, and it sucks. Andy's temper came out the other night, and when it was brought up tonight, he popped in and said he wasn't sleeping with Judy Sue. Crystal told him bye. No, Andy got crazy, I guess, on Crystal's channel. I guess it's been good and crazy Crystal lately. Rhonda, she wants Becca to believe he was crying, telling her he loved her, and Becca forced him to marry her. She wants Becca to believe. Oh, he wants. So she doesn't want to believe that Andy wanted to marry Becca. He was probably, honestly, at this point, I kind of wonder if the whole marriage thing is all part of the freaking script. I mean, I'm just, that's how freaking crazy things are getting. I don't know what to fuck. Probably not, but you know, what's going to be really crazy is if they ever break up, Becca and Andy, is to talk to Becca. I really want to talk to Sherry Mullaney. I never really people Andy or Allie was already talked to, and I didn't think she was being completely honest, so I didn't see a point in really talking to her. But Sherry's still around, and I think she seems pretty honest. He married her to get back at me. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I only want to come on for like an hour or so, and it's been an hour and a half. And I'm gonna relax a little bit before I go to sleep. If anybody is wanting a reading, just email me. But I probably won't be going live tonight and doing readings. But maybe Carrie. Oh yeah, Kathy. I don't know. Andy's probably trying to keep Judy Sue. They have to make sure they're still. Neither of them freaking slips and says anything, or. But anyways, guys, good night. I will talk to you all tomorrow.